Hi, and welcome back to Pick Up the Pieces. Today we're in the pickup backyard and we are actually going to plant our garlic. So we are in zone 6B in Western New York, and so when you are planting garlic cloves to grow your garlic plants, you have to plant them when the soil is cold enough. The cold soil temperature is what will encourage your garlic clove to turn into a garlic head. So we are in now like mid-October, and the temperatures at nighttime are cold enough where the soil is going to get cold enough and hopefully the garlic will cooperate. We have a red garlic, it's like a hardneck variety, and we're going to plant that and we're going to show you how we do that. So we are planting these in a raised bed. Our backyard is largely patio, and so we do not have a lot of soil we can plant in. We do have some areas where we can plant some things. However, there is not a lot of sun that hits those areas, so it is a challenge to grow anything in those areas because it doesn't get a lot of sun. So garlic does need some sun, and so we've decided this year to plant this in an upright planter bed, and so we're going to show you how we do that. So we've got the largest cloves. So what we had here was a bowl of garlic heads we got from our local nursery. These are homegrown, they're not store-bought, and what we did was break these apart and we pulled out the biggest cloves of garlic. If you plant like a tiny clove, you're going to get a tiny head of garlic. If you plant a bigger clove, you're going to get a bigger clove or bigger head. So this is like a teeny clove. We're not going to plant those. We're going to be planting the biggest cloves we can find, and this is the root end, and this is where the plant will grow out of. So we are going to plant them root side down, and we did peel them to make it easier for the garlic to root and grow. So we've got three rows that we're going to plant. We're going to do them about 3 inches apart. I Googled sort of how deep to plant them and how far apart, and really they should be 4 to 6 inches apart. We're not sure that every single clove is going to produce a head, so we're going like 3 inches apart, and we got to go about 4 inches deep. So we're going to do 3 rows. We're going to alternate the rows, and we're going to show you how we do that. Now this soil is like a potting mix that we use. So this actual planter bed had some tomatoes in it, and they did very well. The tomatoes did not have any disease or problems, so we have just basically amended this soil, added some fertilizer, added some more potting mix to it, like freshened up the soil, and now we're going to plant this garlic. We will also be protecting this planter box or a raised planter, because the squirrels in our area really like to dig up our garlic and eat it, and so our garlic from last year never turned into anything because the squirrels either ate it or took it or otherwise destroyed it. So we are hoping that this will survive the winter, that we will protect it from the squirrels, and that we will have garlic come spring and summer. Generally, if you plant your garlic now, your plants, I believe, should be ready in like July or August. So they do overwinter in the bed, and then you harvest them sort of like midsummer or late summer. So that's going to be our 3rd row. And this is hardneck garlic, so when the plants grow, they will eventually produce garlic scapes. And when the garlic scapes come off of the plant or come out of the plant, you break them off so that the plant does not focus putting its energy into what would eventually turn into a flower. And garlic scapes are actually really delicious. So when we have garlic scapes in the spring, I will show you what we do with them. How'd we do? Good? Do we need more? Oh, perfect. Okay, we don't need more. How many do you think we planted all together? Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
About 30.
30. So we probably got about 30 garlic cloves planted. So we'll see if we end up 30 plants or less or what. But that's what we've got. So we're going to water this in, and then after we do that, we're going to show you how we protect this from the squirrels. We do not get deer in our backyard. We have a fenced-in backyard, and so the deer cannot get back here. The squirrels love the garlic. The deer tend to like everything else. But again, the fences we have do protect our yard from deer, but not from squirrels. So this is our setup for protecting our raised beds from critters. All we did was go to Lowe's and we bought like these trellises, I guess they're called, and they're wooden. And then, so we bought one for each side, and we bought these green plastic stakes that have like little hooks on them. And we bought this plastic like chicken wire, but it's not metal, it's plastic, so we didn't cut ourselves up trying to maneuver it. And what we did was we stapled the chicken wire to these trellises and we wrapped it all the way around, and we're going to make sure that this is nice and tight and snug. And then what we do is we sort of tie this end like this with just some string, and then it will stay secure and the squirrels aren't going to be able to crawl up over the top and get in. In fact, in our experience, they haven't tried to. It's possible maybe that they could, but as you can see right next door, we have what remains of our banana pepper plant, and we actually still have banana peppers growing in mid-October, and the squirrels have not bothered it at all. So this tends to work. It's great. And so we basically do that for all the things that we plant in our planters. We have 2 more planters. And so in the spring, we'll show you what else we're going to plant. We usually put tomatoes in there. We'll probably do some green beans or, again, peppers. But this is our setup, and we will absolutely show you in spring what this looks like when we have some garlic growing. This is our finished garlic bed. So like I said, we have our trellises on each side, and we have our plastic support poles in the center of each long side, and then we just wrap our chicken wire, which is basically plastic, around and staple it into place on our wood trellises. And then, as you can see over on the side here, we just tie using butcher's twine. The concern with the squirrels is more so now in the fall or in early spring. That is when they try to disturb this and dig up the garlic. Winter, they're really not out rummaging very much, but in the late fall, or I guess current fall season, we're in mid-October, and in the early spring, they will dig stuff up. We did have garlic in our bed last year, and then it disappeared, and so we are blaming the squirrels. So this is what our garlic bed now looks like. It is finished, and we of course will update you in the spring, but we wanted to show you how we plant our garlic, and then we will update you when we can. I want to thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate that you are here. It means so much to us that you are joining us and watching our videos, and you're part of the Pickup family. So thank you so much for being here. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.